complain about nothing. 'Cause like I said, my stuff is amateurish for real. I mean, I should claim because that do look like the disco '80s.
Dude, I'm muting you now. Yeah. Yeah, let's get it. My guy in the building, Mr. AKA Big Game James. Now, low key, supposed to be on this channel tonight. Things happen, technical difficulties. We had to hit the audible on the fly. I had to shoot home from work, and here we are, and we're building and doing and so on and so forth. So here we are. Now, James, I've been on your channel a few times. Okay. Now, one, I do want to say this. There was a particular track that you were supposed to forward me that you never forwarded me, but you did say I was clowning you a little bit, so you had to change it up. So I haven't done enough. I'm gonna let you go ahead and get your shots off on that intro there. Oh, James, I can't hear you. You muted yourself. What'd you do? Oh, wait.
Here we go.
There we go.
Okay, my bad. That was the Disco Fevers 1980s John Travolta.
Oh, so, come on.
Yeah, that was definitely John Travolta, Staying Alive. Staying alive. Yeah, that was definitely alive.
We had the stars with some beat for the ladies. Come on.
Yeah, I mean, that was the longest 2-3 minutes ever.
Fair enough. Look, again, I served. I gave you the volley. It's fine. I'll take it. I will definitely take it. My Massey's in my bearded brother Massey's in the building. What's going on? I can move the chains. Another fire blog. If y'all ain't going checking her out, man, y'all are missing out. Go look and find her.
She be big killing fat blogs. She be killing them blogs.
Oh, man, talk about it, brother. With that being said, though, brother, man, we were 2 games into preseason, bro. We got Hard Knocks on deck. We got some cuts on deck. We got the Jalen. I went back and looked at my tweets, right? And right before we got the training camp, my number 3 was Jalen. Oh my God, I should have hit him at number 1, apparently. But we're not gonna get to that yet. We're not gonna talk about that yet, big game. We're not gonna talk about that just yet. Real quick, overall, 2 games in. Right, we're back to the Star in Frisco. We've already handled business out there in Oxnard. Let me get your takeaway from training camp so far, and what sticks out to you. How about that?
I'm gonna say what sticks out to me mostly, at least from this year, from to last year, 2020. Obviously, you had the COVID. That
Right.
was a big deal, but I think it was a lot more organization. That's the big thing as I noticed when I was at camp. A lot more organization. It was, I mean, I've been to camp when it was Garrett, and for a few years.
Right.
And I'm not even. This is not bashing Garrett. I'm just telling you what I saw. It seemed it was a lot more loose. Even though Garrett had it organized, it just seemed like it was a lot more loose. It seemed real kind of business like today. I mean, this year seemed business like this year. When they were trying to do stuff that they didn't want you to see, they didn't let you see it. You know what I mean? It wasn't a lot for you to really see. They didn't really let you see a lot. So that was meaning a lot to me. And just really honestly, Dan Quinn, I was when he first was, the Cowboys season was over and they were talking about defensive coordinators. I knew his name was going to come up. I was like, nah, I don't want to deal with that because that's soft. I'll be the first one to say, I don't want to deal with that. That's soft
Right.
because he was over at Atlanta. We saw how it happened. But
Yeah.
I knew they were going to try to go after because, Cowboys like them names. But after when you got to you got to change, BJ. You can't just always say, "Oh, this is what it is." That's why there's change. So
Yeah.
I said, you know what? Maybe if he just concentrates strictly on defense, because I know when I ran an organization, it would took away from me. When I just concentrate on one position as a coach, it was better for me. So I was thinking this might be for him, and everything that I've seen so far has shown it. I like the hands-on. I love hands-on coaches. I love player coaches. I love coaches that are going to get in the mud, get in the mix, get in the dirt with you, because I think players just respond to that better. When I was a player, I respond to that. When I coached kids like that with me, they like when you
Yeah.
just hands-on with them, doing the drills, going hard with them. They like that.
Yeah.
And I see that with Dan Quinn, and that's what got me really excited and seeing it at camp. And just the team speed, BJ, just the
Ooh.
draft for the last 2 years, the
Ooh.
team speed for the defense.
Yeah.
It's not a finished product. It's not close to being a finished product, but I love the youth. Your team is built on the youth, and we've seen Stephen Jones. He swears by the draft. He won't give up them draft picks, and they got 8 defensive players,
Yeah.
and I feel good about a lot of them. I was suspect on a few. Guess what? They come in here and change minds. You get what I'm saying?
Yes, sir.
But just the biggest thing to me, BJ, the organization, hands on by Dan Quinn, and really the speed of the defense. And honestly, Michael Parsons, I love him. I said he was going to be the Dak Prescott of this defense when he got drafted. Once I heard him talk and listen to his passion, he's really going to be a game changer in his defense. And once he really gets it, dog, everybody, let's just be 15th. It's cool, just middle level. Hey, if Parsons takes off and does it, why can't we be higher than that?
Yeah, when it comes to Parsons, right? And
Mm-hmm.
and I be to stand up and be clear. If you're a first time listener or a long time listener, you're going to hear this from me. But if you're a first time listener, for me personally, as we were going through the draft process, I had Parsons off my board. I did,
Mm-hmm.
and I had Parsons off my board for the simple fact of that the lights hit differently
Mm-hmm.
when it comes to Dallas. Okay, and I didn't know what because he didn't play, the
Mm-hmm.
COVID year in college, he didn't play. So
Mm-hmm.
there was just the meddling of whatever was happening on the other side. And man, we know how Dallas media handles players.
Mm-hmm.
And I was worried. I was just like, man, I took him off the board from the strictly fact of I was never worried about the guy on the field. I was worried about the lights, what he had, and how it be handled. I'm like, oh yeah, I mean, he can go to Carolina or he can go to he can go to Green Bay if you want to. And nobody's gonna bat an eye. But when you get to Dallas, right? And the 4 letters and the 3 letters, and we would talk about the media, what happens. I don't know how it's going to happen. My guy Space is in the building. Let me give my guy Space a little bit of love here, real quick, as he's talking about this, because Space was day one, A1 on Micah. No matter what, I got an Amber Alert going on here. I'm sorry, guys. Excuse me, real quick. North Carolina, I am not there, but I will retweet because I do believe. With that being said, I just didn't know how it would factor in here. But the chips laid down, and here we are, and here he is. Now we got the other side of people said, well, I just didn't believe in buying a off-ball linebacker. Now, this is what I want to ask you here, James. Okay, here's what I ask you. There's this stagnant of analytics that says, well, you just don't draft particular positions and in certain realms and whatever, and that's what we do. Right. So a lot of guys I see now with these takes of, well, I was okay with Parsons, but well, he was an off-ball linebacker, and you just don't take an off-ball linebacker that high, blah, blah, blah. But I mean, James, can we keep it a buck here? Can we keep it 100? You play, look, let's be clear. We play nickel, what, 70+% of the snaps? So you got 2 linebackers. Are either one of those really a middle linebacker? They're both quote unquote off-ball linebackers. Can the guy play or not? Can the guy play or not? That's where I'm at. What do you think about that, James?
I mean, it's obvious, dog. It's really obvious with Micah. I mean, if you matter, I mean, look, I wasn't jumping up and down for a linebacker in the first round. Michael was talked about. Me and Boss talked about it, and people asked us, "Would you be cool with taking a Micah Parsons?" I said I wouldn't be mad at it. You know what I'm saying? I wouldn't be mad, but I don't really want a linebacker that high unless he going to just be everything a dog. He got to be a dog. If you drafting him that high, he got to be an animal. He got to be everywhere. That was my only hesitation with drafting a linebacker that high, because I'm like, you better put him everywhere because he got to be able to do everything. Not some of this. He's here playing 50% of snaps. No, he got to be an animal. And I haven't really seen a lot of Michael Parsons, and you didn't see him the past year, obviously because of COVID. But honestly, dog, that's why they got the tape. That's why, I mean, I got that all 22. I got that college all 22 and really
Well,
watched
they
it.
kill us with that all 22 right now, though, James.
I know
Jesus
they're
H,
killing us. Yeah,
brother. They got to give us some. Give us some lingo.
No, yeah, they. I don't even that hurts my soul, so I ain't want to bring that up. But I got some other tape where I got to actually really watch him, and the first thing I saw was, dang, that dude fast. You know what I'm saying? And you got the measurables, BJ. You're 6'3", you're 245. You're not 6 foot, you're not 245, you're not 6'1", you're not undersized. You're the perfect size that they want to play at that position, the perfect size. You got the speed. And then, like I said, I went back and looked at that high school tape. Go back and look at their high school tape. I'll go back to the high school.
Hold on, and tell what position was he playing in high school?
He was playing defensive end when he was in high
and
school.
running back, and running back, which matters.
But yeah,
for the
because he
40,
had the agility.
for the 40. There you go.
And the agility.
Yeah.
Because if you're playing running back, you got to be able to have some kind of wiggle and agility.
There you go.
You get what I'm saying?
Yes, sir.
But like I said, he was already coming off that edge, and I watched one where he went to one camp and he just was for fun, but he was being serious. He went out there and guarded the receivers. So I'm like, okay, but they say he can't really cover, but it doesn't look like he's scared to cover while he's in high school. He's jumping out here with these receivers and he's not getting killed. Yes, he's grabbing a little bit, but he's not getting killed. And this kid is 240, 35 pounds out here doing this, and he's not scared. That's what was standing out to me, dog. And then when I finally got to see him up close, BJ, I'm like, I'll be seeing it from afar, but when you see it up close, bruh, it's different. It's different when you see it up close. And that's what I get even more excited, dog. You can see what he can do. You can see what he can do. And he don't even got all of it there yet, dog. When he get it all there, bro, like I don't care nobody say. And maybe I wasn't jumping on the pick, but I'm all over Michael Parsons. I'm all over it. He's gonna be the Dak Prescott of the defense. I said it. I'm gonna say it again. And when I just listen to him, his passions, this Dallas Cowboys means something to him. And BJ, we both know when you playing for a team and it really means something to you, when that team means
Come on.
everything to
Come on.
you
Come on.
play different. You
Come on.
play different. And that's
Come
why it's
on.
going to be different for him too, in my opinion.
Look, I doubled down. James, I doubled down. I'm gonna tell you where I doubled down at. My tweet's out
I
there.
heard what you said. I
My,
heard
my,
what
my
you
yeah,
said.
my tweet is out there. It is out there. I haven't deleted. Look, I don't run from my tweets. I'll own them. I'll do it. It's fine. I put it out there. Hey, he will be unequivocally the best defensive draft pick we've had since DeMarcus Ware. I said it. Meant it.
I ain't gonna say he no. I ain't saying he gonna be a DeMarcus Ware, but what I am saying
I didn't say that.
I feel you. I'm just saying I feel you because I made a tweet where I said the anticipation like I'm seeing of him was the anticipation when DeMarcus Ware got drafted. When he got drafted, I remember the anticipation I had because I was like, this dude is good. Because remember, it was him between him and Sean Merriman.
Right.
And I like Sean Merriman too. But I was like, man.
So did Parcells. Hold on. So did Parcells.
Yeah. You feel me? But I was like, you just felt something that was different about kind of Ware. And I was like, okay, let's see it. When you saw him in that first preseason game and you just saw that little bit, and you're like, he gonna be good, dog. He gonna be good. You just knew it. You just backed up and said he gonna be good. When you saw Parsons and just you saw him in practice, but you saw him in but when you seen him in the game in those small sample, you're like, bro, he about to be good. He about to be real good. He ain't even played a whole damn game. This dude done played like only a couple series and you get excited. Imagine he playing all game, BJ, because he is gonna be playing all game because he was drafted 12th.
Hey man, the line stays hungry. Line stays hungry.
Let me say one last thing.
The
Cowboys. I think the Cowboys also wanted this guy to be the man because guess what they did? They drafted Bohanna, big boy. We haven't had a big boy in forever. Then they drafted Osa.
Yeah.
They already slide some other big guys, Urban. Why? To keep this man free, to keep him clear so he can do mass destruction.
Hey, now watch this. Because we're old enough here, big game. We're not going to age ourselves. We young in the game, but we old in the game at the same time. How about this one? Big game, I'll ask you this. You remember a time that people thought that Ray Lewis was washed. Remember that? Remember that time?
Mm-hmm.
And then all of a sudden, Mr. Nagata showed up. And then all of a sudden, Ray Lewis went back to being Ray Lewis all of a sudden. And that's why the NFL is the ultimate game. And I'm back doing what you're saying about what they did in front of him. Because as long as you can protect them linebackers, boy, they can be great. Oh, my God. They can be great.
And you know what else, BJ?
Talk to him.
You remember when Ray Lewis was in the media. He was talking and he was saying, I can't be great. I'm very good. I can't be great when you ain't getting nobody in front of me. How you want me to make plays and you not people in front of me? And what did Ravens do right after that? They got them big boys right after that. And guess what? Ray Lewis went back to being Ray Lewis.
Because if you went back to before that time, you had the big boy Sam in the middle. Garrett,
all those dudes.
Right. As soon as you had the big guys in front of him, he was A1, all one. And we have to remember that kind of pertains to some other linebackers on this team. We're not going to go there. But it matters for him. And the one thing that I talked about when we're talking about Dan Quinn, and I said this prior to the draft, I was like, if you went and got a linebacker, he's going to look for a particular guy over there in Seattle or over there in Atlanta. Because there's all this, everyone do Seattle stuff. They'll talk about Atlanta. But boy, let's not forget about Deion Jones over there in Atlanta, what he's been whenever he got him. And then you go over there to Mr. Bobby Wagner. And a lot of people, right, they were out because Micah's a off-ball linebacker. Does he have he's got the green dot though, guys.
Mm-hmm.
And they're using him and moving him, but he's making the calls and doing whatever. He's going to be that guy for Dan Quinn, Deion Jones. Go back to Seattle, Mr. Wagner. He's trying to put him in that position. Back to even what you said when you go back to high school and what he was doing and the wiggle and the speed. Because we looked at a lot of 40 speeds and we talked about this a ton during the draft process. Boy, there's a lot of homeboys on the clocks. A little, you were really a 4-5, but I will give you that 4-2. Hey, what we've learned so far about Mike, that 4.39 was real.
It's legit.
Legit 4.39 when it comes to him. So yeah, I just it's a different perspective. It's a different thing. I get it, off ball linebacker, and people want to go on that realm or whatever. But when we get to that nickel, that 70% of snaps, and we're talking about these two guys, whether it's Micah and LVE, which by the way, LVE is having a phenomenal off season now.
A lot. Look at it.
Healthy,
A lot of people are.
yeah, you're all right. But health, we got to worry about. We're looking at
Hmm.
Neal, like bro. Look at PFF, right? Neal, damn near perfect linebacker grade so far.
Hmm.
Dress rehearsal will show us something though, and we'll
This
see
is
what
it.
happens, right?
Yeah.
And we'll kind of get there. But again, as you said, that he can be the deck to the defense. I'm gonna ask you this question:
Hmm.
Love D Law, right?
Right. Hmm.
He hasn't been the most vocal guy, right? Because Taco came in with the hot boy shit or whatever, right? Excuse my
Hmm.
language. We just haven't had that.
Hmm.
But this guy's came in and you just kind of feel the energy, right? Whenever Dak came in, you just kind of felt the energy, and I'm feeling what you're saying. This guy can take and move the needle some because it matters to him. Like you said, it matters. He talked about this months before the draft, like even before we even got to free agency, right? You had Micah said, "Hey man, that blue and white looks good. This is where I want to be." My family, right? Man, I'm with you, James, on that. I'm with you on that energy. I think it matters.
It does. And like I said, you saw how Dak, what he say? I grew up being a Dallas Cowboy
Oh,
fan like my whole life. Like it, like
yeah,
I wanted to be a quarterback for the Dallas Cowboys. That's what he said. So you look at Dak's career from high school to college to now, and he's still repping it like he was when he wanted to be in the very beginning. Parsons to me is the same thing. It's like he was destined to do this, and so now he feels like I was destined to be here. So now I'm gonna make my mark. And he has the 11, the first year that you can wear your own type number. Now you know he wants to set a legacy up in here. You know he wants to set a trend. Shout out to everybody in the building too. Rome,
yeah.
Tug,
Rome,
Rika,
Tug,
everybody,
Rika,
Space
yeah,
Cowboys,
Elzar,
everybody,
yeah. Dre the
Mendoza,
Great.
Dre the Great. Shout out to all y'all. If I didn't get to say what's up, shout out to all y'all. Really appreciate y'all.
Yeah. I mean, now let's pivot off of that though. All right, we Parsons give some flowers here. We're talking
Hmm.
about everything. Let's get to the center position. I want to get your take on the center position, James. I do want to get your take on the center position because I've been watching. I've been seeing your tweets, and I know I got some thoughts as well. We'll get to the center position. Let me ask you: Is this a battle, or damn it? Before the Arizona game, do you think the Cowboys thought or had the process thought, uh, can we get Connor at center so we can play McGovern? And Tyler Badowski just be that backup guy. Like, what are your thoughts overall when this offensive line between guard and guard center guard? What is your thoughts right there right now? Hit me.
Well, I mean, like I said, I'm gonna just keep going back to when Broadus was on our show, and he was talking about how Connor Williams kept on volunteering to want to play center, like he was
Mm-hmm.
wanting to play center. It wasn't like they were just trying to put him there. He was going over to the staff saying he wanted to play center.
Right,
So I think it got in their heads like, well, let's try this. Let's see if we can maximize his ability because guess what? We do have McGovern. He sat out all his rookie year. We want to see him get some tick. This would probably be the easiest way, especially with you don't know if he was bringing back Joe Looney. When they didn't
right,
bring back Joe Looney, that let me know that okay, they was really going to try to experiment with this Connor Williams things, and they did. And he even kept on saying after the first game, I know I made some mistakes, but I still want to play center. I still like the position. I want to learn it. So I feel
right.
like number one, you didn't bring back Joe Looney. You got a
Mm-hmm.
rookie and from Nebraska. You don't want to
Mm-hmm.
go with a rookie, do you? So that's why I feel like they were trying to see Connor. And I also feel like, in my opinion, I feel like Connor wanted to go there to maximize his potential because he's coming up for his contract. What's the best way to earn more money? Being versatile. He had pretty much played a guard the whole time since he's been in the NFL. He
Right.
was a tackle in college, but he ain't really touched. He ain't touched tackle at all since
Mm-hmm.
he's been with Dallas. He's been strictly guard. So if he goes in free agency, and let's say he did really good at center, guess what? Like I said before, I don't know if centers make more than guards, but I know they got a lot of they make the calls there, the very important piece. And I don't think he gets overpowered as much at the center position like he does at the guard. And I'm gonna just go ahead and say it. I ain't hating on Connor. but he's a regular guard. He ain't going somewhere.
Mm.
And yeah, he'll start, but there's average offensive lines. He ain't no great guard that's going to go somewhere and break the bank anywhere else. No,
Oh,
he's not. No, he's
okay.
not. No, he ain't.
Okay.
I don't think he is. He'll
Okay.
go and get some good guard money, but he's
Okay.
not going to be a great guard. Did you hear what Nate Newton said about him today? He
Talk.
said
Yeah, yeah,
he's
yeah,
a
yeah, yeah, yeah. Talk about it.
he said he's an average guard. He's marginal. He said he's okay. He go play, but he ain't nothing to be speaking about. That's what Nate Newton said
Yeah.
about Connor
Right.
Williams. So if you're talking about Connor McGovern, I do think Connor McGovern is the better inside guard, like the Ron Leary. Like we needed that stout Ron Leary. I think that's what Connor McGovern offers. Where Connor Williams is better than McGovern is when they do them pulls, when they do the zone blocking schemes, and
Right.
he has to get out on the feet. That's where Connor Williams is better than a McGovern, where McGovern got to get better. If McGovern can get better like that, I'm Connor McGovern should be starting.
You know, I mean, here's my thing: is that I, I always thought Connor was a swing tackle, but the Cowboys took him in the Garrett era. Like, and unfortunately, for context here, when we talk about Connor, we have to go back to the Garrett era a little bit, and they try to take him and put him in a particular position, if you will. And they did that a lot during the Garrett era, right? Right, we look at Byron Jones and what they did to a particular guy here and said, no, he's a corner and he's going to be there. And then you watch him get paid as the highest corner, right? So on and so forth. Now it happened. Now him asking to be in the center, they try to do that. I'm okay, fair. Let's walk that path. Here's what I don't like, though, James. Look, for transparency reasons, here's what I don't like, and it's out there. They got to Arizona and literally pick a minute moment. They didn't know before they got to Arizona, but somewhere between the kickoff of the Arizona Cardinals preseason game, the coaching staff walked up and said, "Oh, hey, Connor, you're going to start tonight." I don't like it. I'm just going to be honest with you. I don't like that aspect of it because for me, what I look at it is they would rather have Connor be the center so I can start McGovern because I'm with you. I do look, and I've been on your show. Tell me if I'm wrong. If I'm lying, tell me I'm flying, James.
Mm-hmm.
I've said this before on your show. I think I get it that McGovern's more of a mauler. He needs a little bit more technique, but overall, I liked him more at guard. And this was last year, than Connor, right?
Yeah.
The Cowboys are seeing the same thing. And look, and we have to be honest, and we got to be clear when it comes to Tyler Badass. Look, our Tyler Badass, as his nickname is. But let's be clear. How many games did he start last year?
He only started 4.
4.
5. 4 or 5, right?
4.
And then he
4.
was
No,
hurt.
you're right. You're right on it. 4. He was hurt the last year he was in college. He was hurt his first year in the NFL. I don't know how you're really comfortable going into the season with this guy just saying, well, he's an unequivocal starter. So a lot of people that come at me and say, oh, well, Tyler's a starter. I don't know what you're tripping on, Knicks. I'm like, he's only played 4 games in the NFL, guys. Am I tripping here?
No, you ain't tripping. It's just, you know what? We always quick to anoint. We all do it. I do it. We quick to anoint. Sometimes you see a guy, see, here's the thing. We all want to be addish because he came from Wisconsin.
He came from Chambers Frederick.
He came from Chambers Frederick School. He already had the bloodlines. You saw what he did in college.
Right.
So everybody automatically assumes we good at center. So you crown him. And then he showed a little bit of promise as soon as he gets in. He grasping the offense. The offense he doesn't play terrible. So what does that make you do? Oh, yeah, see, we knew he's the real deal. He's straight. We ain't got to worry about him no more. And that's what happens. But it's just like with your homegirl, Star Game Beauty. She brought it up to me when she was talking about Trevin Diggs.
Shout out to Mary.
Shout out to Mary. She was talking about Trevin Diggs. She's like, yeah, we love Diggs or what he did, but he had his struggles this year too. We're hoping for the trajectory. We're hoping the arrow goes up.
But here's the only thing where I would disagree. We at least saw Diggs first part of the season,
right?
But towards the last, we saw greatness. Oh well. I don't want to say greatness. You
saw he could be.
We saw the jump a little bit, and we're looking for the next year jump for sure. I agree, man, we have not had the chance with Tyler to see that 4 games. I'll let you go, James. I'm sorry to cut you off there, brother.
No, you ain't worry about that at all. I mean, I like I said, I feel you. I think Beatis is a from what I see, I think he's a good player. But the biggest thing with him, like we talked about, you just mentioned health. Health is going to be key for him. He got to be
Mm,
healthy, and he's already shown that he can be a little bit injury prone already. So I think the Cowboys were looking at. We didn't bring Looney back. We got this rookie. Rookie could be good, but guess what? If Biadish goes down, we feel better if Connor Williams played center and we got Biadish because we
right,
don't feel like we miss a beat because we
right.
got somebody who's still experienced playing center. We have a guard who we feel good about and sitting next
Mhm.
to Tyron. We still mashing and rolling along if Biadish goes down. I think that's what they're thinking, that we still got a very good 5 out there, even if Biadish goes down. Because really, when they talk about the offensive line, BJ, they talk about the 5+1.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. No. Walk that out. No, James. For the people in the back, you said that 5+1. You got to walk that out for the people because they don't understand that. We understand that for sure. There's some people in the comment section that understand it, but there we are 41 plus. Walk that 5+1 for them out.
At 5+1, you know what it is Beatis. They like Connor Williams. They like Zach Barton, Leo Collins, Tyron Smith, and that
Yeah.
other guy, Connor McGovern. And if anything
Mm,
happened just a little bit to Connor Williams, bruh, they're not going to hesitate to throw McGovern in there. And you ain't going to sit there and tell me that we all going to be mad if Connor Williams, and I'm not wishing this, please
right.
understand what I'm saying. If let's say if Connor Williams went down with an ankle injury, are we going to be like, oh, damn, McGovern's in the game? No, you're not.
Do it again. Hold on. My James came through. I was waiting for it. No, you're what?
No,
Not.
you're not. You're gonna be like, "Oh, we good, we straight, we okay, we got McGovern in there. We really going, yeah, you are." And guess
And look,
what? He's the highest rated guard. He's the highest rated offensive lineman on the team right now. I know it's only 2 games, but he's been starting. He's got an 87 rating in pass blocking and a 74 rating in run blocking. I mean, he's doing okay. I mean, and if you really been
right.
watching him in these games, dog, ain't been nobody been moving him. Ain't nobody been moving him at all. He been moving people. He been holding his position. He's stout. He's the guard, that natural guard you want. Like I said, I ain't trying to get on, but if we want natural big guards, that's why you wanted Ron Leary. He was undrafted, but why was you excited about Ron Leary? Because he was that big boy. And what he do? He brought that power. I know I've seen a few people. Ryan, I think he mentioned that we more
Yeah.
athletic now. Yeah, we athletic, but you still need that inside work. You need that inside tick. You
Gotta
got to
have
get
it.
them dirty yards.
Yeah. Gotta have it. Gotta have it. And look, around the league, right? Around the league, offensive line is problematic. And for those, we had this conversation on Twitter today. Like, there's some people out there like, "Oh, you just cut Connor Williams and go." Let's stop right there. Let me put a full stop right there about this whole cut Connor Williams BS.
Mhm,
One, you don't want to kill your depth. That's one.
mhm.
Two, you're going to lose a comp pick, maybe a third, probably more a fourth, but maybe a third if you cut Connor Williams. That is like stop. Okay, we had a guy during our injury riddled season. Oh my goodness, he was the guy that the Texans drafted. He came here. He subbed in after Leary. I think it was a Leary guy hurt or whatever. He went to Cincinnati in the offseason
Mhm.
and started in the league. My God, I wish I could remember his name. So, but neither here nor there.
Fulo?
Yeah, say it again.
Fulo?
Yeah. There you go. Yeah, him.
Okay.
Right. Okay. So it's like,
And he's
okay,
average.
average, but he went and started for somebody. So it's like when you talk about Connor Williams, I think a lot of people looked at the Cardinals game, and he had some bad stamps at center. I get it, I understand it. So you can cancel the center project, but let's not cancel. Let's not throw the baby out with the bathwater, if you will. Like Connor had his best season at guard last year. I'm not saying he's better or not or worse than McGovern. However, with the depth of this offensive line, because we haven't got the swing tackle yet, James,
Hmm.
like interiorly wise, hey, if it's Martin and Connor over here, we got McGovern Cool. Oh, look, how about this? If we got Martin here and some McGovern over here, but we got Martin behind them, we're still kind of, we got really, very, very, very good depth at guard.
Tackle, on the other hand.
Oh, tackle. My God. Sir, you want to take the floor on the tackle?
Bruh, we hurting bad on that tackle position, dog.
Oh, we're thirsty.
I would, and you know, I know a lot of people was frustrated with the Josh Ball pick, you know, with the off field stuff. I get it. But you know, like I said this again, he is a good prospect. I have one of my football kids who I'm going to be interviewing here soon who played with him at junior college. And he said he was legit. He said he's a very good offensive lineman, has all the tools, but he's been hurt, so he can't see nothing.
Right.
Come on, dog. I mean, we saw. I was not trumpeting Brand Knight, but I said, hey, I think the kid can at least play backup tackle for us. And when he got in there in the early first couple of games, he held his own. But then you saw his warts. You saw he don't have no foot speed. Now you see he's really just can't play tackle any longer, period. So that's why they moved him to guard for the foot speed. But and Terrence Steele, you know, he was undrafted. They were undrafted for a reason. That's the reason why. And offensive lineman going undrafted, that means you need a lot of work. In my opinion, you need a lot of development if you're an offensive lineman and you go undrafted, because everybody needs offensive linemen. So. And I just feel like, man, Terrence Steele just gonna be Terrence Steele, dog. He ain't gonna be some wonder guy ever. He's just gonna be some backup probably your whole career. And I don't know how long you're gonna last in the league. And bro, if Leo Collins and Tyron Smith get hurt, and that's what we got again. The good thing is Dak is good. That's the thing. He's a really good player, and we ain't got to worry about him because we saw he was killing it last year with them two last year at playing tackle. Right. But now, BJ, instead of us worrying about an ankle, now I got to worry about a shoulder if somebody hits me, lands on. I ain't gonna lie,
sir.
I'm
sorry.
sorry.
I'm gonna stop you right there.
Sorry. Well,
I'm gonna stop you right there.
I'm sorry.
Look. He has a bionic leg.
I'm not.
He has a bionic shoulder now. You'll respect this. Remember the old we can rebuild him, the $6 million man? Remember that show back in the day? We got that. He's a $6 million man. We're good. He's rebuilt. It's okay. Don't worry about this offensive line. Dak's good.
Okay.
I know. I mean, brother, in this rough, because the guy that we signed to be the swing tackle.
Oh, he's terrible.
And he's hurt.
Terrible. I don't even.
He's terrible and he's hurt. He's terrible and hurt. Bro.
I wish, you know what? As much as I was riffing on your boy we had last year at the tackle, he actually played good for us. Who was his name? They let him go.
Man, you know what? Florida State.
What's his name?
Extraordinaire first round pick who got passed around like a limp biscuit. Yeah. I got you. I'm with you. I was out on him, but I got you. But when he was healthy, he was better. I'm with you.
He was decent for what we had.
Yeah.
I would take him right now over all them guys. I think Ryan asked me about
Dre just said, what about Ty? We just said it. We just talked about Ty.
He's hot. I don't want
Cam Irving. There you go. Shout out to my guy because he's a Florida State guy. Cam Irving.
Yes. And I was like, oh hell no, I don't want no Cam Irving. But he actually played decent. And I would definitely keep him over those guys that we have right now.
Renee, I don't really understand what your comment is. Dak is a $160 million man with a whatever laughing face. I mean, okay, great. Thanks for playing, sir. With that being said, let's move off the offense. I mean, depth is not where we need to be. We kind of get that. We understand that, right? Fair enough. Backup quarterback though, because our guy brought up Dak. Are you a rider for Double G still, or you have issues with Double G?
I'm not a rider for him. I like him. I like what he has good intangibles. I mean, he was at Texas. I saw him. He was like a 5-star recruit.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Dwayne Wright.
Lake Travis. Lake Travis High School. Yeah, I know.
He was a 5-star recruit. Like, you know, I thought he was gonna come in and do his thing at Texas. And then
he went to SMU though.
kind of fell off, and you know, but I was sitting there thinking like, well, he got the size, he's got the intangibles as far as, you know, good arm. Guy can place the ball in pretty good spots. It seems the team pretty likes him, and that's a good thing too when you're a quarterback. When the team seems to kind of come up when they feel good, it seems like the team. It seems like everybody around him, BJ, and even the coaches all want him to do good. I just want him to take a next step because see, I don't want the Cowboys to have to go get another experienced, quarterback right now. Garrett Gilbert, I want him. So I'm not. I want him like that
Right.
last game. I wanted him to come on, take a hold of it, and he
I mean,
didn't,
but
and
bro,
that's what
if
frustrated me.
if, if Gallup snatches the catch and runs for the touchdown, you feel different,
Yeah,
right?
yeah. I mean, but he wasn't bad.
Okay.
Like I said, I like Gilbert. I
Yeah.
want him to continue to step up though, because we can't have the bumps in the road if something does happen to Dak. You feel me? You want to feel good about your backup. Backup quarterback is a necessity in this NFL. You must have a
Yeah.
good backup quarterback in this league, or because that's just the way it is. You know what, BJ? We all know it ain't your starters; it's your backups. Let's keep it real.
How about this one? Look, I'm gonna double down on your point there, big game. I'm gonna double down. Uh, if we go back to the last Hard Knocks, right?
Hmm.
Our head coach currently, Mr. Mike McCarthy, Mr. Get Your Mojo Right, Mojo Moments, it's Mojo Baby. He said, I won a championship. What's the active roster is how many players? What, 53, right?
Hmm.
He said it took 77 guys to win a championship.
Hmm.
Brother, 53, 77. Hey, it ain't your active 53, as you just said, James. I'm piggybacking and I'm co-signing here. Our head
Hmm.
coach told y'all, like James just told y'all, it takes more than the opening day roster of 53 players to get there, including backup quarterback or what we talked about, backup center, guard, whatever. It matters.
I mean, injuries are part of the game. We all know
There
you
you go.
rarely gonna see your NFL team go uninjured. Even if they say they 100% healthy, they probably lying to you. They beat up and everything. So the whole team is beat up. You got to have good backups. If you want to have any good team, you look at any really good team. They have good backups because you know that if this player gets hurt, that
Right,
person that comes in right behind you, you're not going to miss a beat. Maybe that player might not be as good as that, but it's not a huge drop off, and that's what you want. You want to be able to feel like your backup can come right back in and we can keep on playing this game and not have to feel like, well, we got to change our whole play calling because you got these two players in the game. So now we got to dumb down our whole offense. We got to change up our defense. We can't blitz. We got to play this coverage now because we got these guys. You want to have those guys that can come off the bench and slide right in, and so you can keep on running what you want to run.
right, right. And we'll see. For me, I'm good with Gilbert. I'll be honest with you. I'm kosher with Gilbert.
Mm-hmm.
I think we look at Connor with the bad snaps or whatever. We look at Michael Gallup with a drop, whatever. I'm good with Gilbert. I know a lot of people are not. When we get to Rush and Danucci, aka Nucci man, Cooper Rush for me doesn't have an NFL arm. To me, if Cooper Rush's arm was as good as Gilbert's, he
He'd
would
be
be the
starter. He'd be the
backup.
backup. He'd be the
He would be
backup.
the backup. That
He'd
yeah,
be no.
exactly.
He'd
I
be
think he
no
would be the
no.
backup.
He hands down be the backup.
Yeah. Unfortunately, for those that know Chad Pennington looks like he has a rocket arm compared to Cooper Rush. That's not a slight to him, mind and whatever. I mean, all the things are great, but man, that
That joker floats up in there, and anybody can take that. Anybody can get that interception. That's an easy ball. Like if you're a defensive back and you can't catch, if you had Cooper Rush playing,
yeah,
you have a good time because that's the first time you'll catch an interception when he throw it to you because he's gonna throw such a soft ball to you.
man, that part. Now Nucci, week one terrible. Week two did enough to get in the end zone. So
Man,
James, I do want to
he
hear
just need a
just for you for Ben DiNucci. I'll give you three. Look, third roster cut or practice squad. Where you at with Ben DiNucci?
I mean, if you can slide him on the practice squad, I would slide him there again. I
Okay,
mean, because he has really good athletic ability. We all are be tripping about the sidearm pass, but and plus Mike McCarthy still likes him. You can tell Mike McCarthy likes him, so I just feel like
Well,
he's not
his
gonna
brother
go
coached
anywhere.
him in high school
Come
basketball,
on, and
so
and and, and just when you was watching on the sidelines when Danucci was playing, did you see him moving around? Ooh, get in there! Like he was
right,
animated with them. So I'm like, he don't want him to go nowhere. So that's why I'm be like, hey, just put him on the practice squad again, and let's see if he can develop because he does his arm ain't like a big time arm, but it's lively enough. And like I said, he has good
right,
athletic ability. He can move around in that pocket. That's really
yeah,
good. If he can learn the just small things of the game, the mental part of the game, let the game slow down to him, he look like he can make something happen. So I'm cool with
right.
putting him on the practice squad.
All right. Well, I'm gonna go. I'm gonna go quick. I'm gonna go quickly with you. We got 15 minutes left. I told you I could Jared an hour. Now I should have been
Appreciate
on
you.
your channel, but whatever. Here we go.
We gonna
Backup
do
running
it.
back. Backup running back. Dowdle and we got the Mighty Mouse coming
That's my
in
home.
Arizona.
Hey,
Oh, come on!
that's
Oh,
my
talk to him,
that's
James.
my that's my little homie. I mean, he ain't my little homie, but like I
Oh,
said,
yeah,
my boy played with him last year at the
yeah,
Tiffin Dragons, and Tiffin out here it's really big because Tiffin out here is a small NAIA school. It's like a Division III school. So for you to get from that school to the NFL any kind of way is huge. And
right.
so like I said, I'm gonna have my guy and make sure you check him out. His name is Brandon Burks. He'll be a senior there at Tiffin. He's a middle linebacker, 6'2", about 245 pounds now.
Yeah.
Runs a 4.5 40. Hopefully, some
Ooh,
teams can look at him as well. And I've had him ever since he was 7 years old. And he's a dog.
yeah,
He actually played with Taco Charlton too. At Pickerington. So there was
right.
just some good stuff. So I like that kid.
Yeah,
He got some strong legs. He powerful. He got some juice. But that Dowdell, he play hard. I like that Dowdell. He got
yeah,
some juice too, and he got some wiggle in the hole. So it's like, dang, it's kind of like the Tony Pollard. No diss to Tony, but it was like the Tony Pollard project. Just seemed like it's about to be over.
mm.
Because do you
So,
really think they're going to
well,
sign a Tony
well,
Pollard after his contract is
no,
up,
no, no,
though?
no, no. I don't think that. No, no. Wait. Let's rewind. I don't think that.
Uh-huh.
What I do want to ask: are the Cowboys going to carry 2 or 3 running backs this year?
See, I was just thinking too, but I think Dowdell's going to be on that roster
Is he
too.
made enough?
He
He's
got
made
to
enough
because he
noise.
played because he plays special teams and he
Oh,
make
okay.
enough noise that honestly, let's keep it all the way real. Which if let's say Tony Pollard had a sprained ankle and you had
Mm.
Zeke, do you feel bad with Dowdell being in there?
Hey, how about this one? If Zeke has to go down for a half, do you kind of feel okay with Dowdell doing what Zeke was doing? Even
I
I think he
mean,
should. Look. He's not Zeke. I know that. What I'm
mhm.
saying is, I would rather give the ball. If we're talking bell cow, if we're talking bell cow now, I'm
He's the
good
more
with.
bell cow. He's the more bell cow runner.
Yes, he's more the bell cow than Pollard for me in my book. So I think it's interesting to see if they carry 3 or not, because I think if something was to
I
happen to
think they
Zeke,
are. Yeah, they're
oh,
keeping Dowdell, bro. I think
okay,
he's
yeah,
gonna.
he's too much tape, right? Too much tape for
Yeah,
them to let him. They can't
yeah.
sneak him.
Somebody scoop him up because he's versatile.
Right,
He's
right,
versatile, and that's what you like about him. He versatile, dog. He
yeah,
run hard. He play that special teams. You can play him in different positions.
yeah,
That's an asset that you can use. And we could cut
yeah.
him, and then some teams scoop him up, and then he turning up and doing all these little small things here and there, and we be mad as hell. We let
No,
him go. So
you already know.
keep him, keep
You
him. Don't
already
cut him.
know. Let's go to wide receiver. Are we carrying 5, 6, or 7? What you think?
I think they're gonna go 6. I was saying
Okay.
Fehoko from the very beginning. I think
Mm.
Malik Turner has outplayed him, but he's got the injury
Turf
now, which
toe. That
hurts.
turf
Yes.
toe. Oh, that
I
turf
hate,
toe.
I hate it, bro, because I like Malik Turner. I
Yes,
love.
he's played great. I agree. I
He
agree.
he catches everything his way. He's not a little dude. He's like 6'2". He's like 200 pounds, so he's not a small guy. He can play hella special teams.
Right.
He's got a great attitude. So it's bad that he had this injury, but here's the thing: bad he had the injury, but maybe a blessing in disguise. Because let's think about this. You had
Okay.
the injury. Maybe now a team doesn't go after Turner now because they were
Well,
looking at him because he
sneaky.
has the
Little
injury.
sneaky
So
sneak.
you feel me? Now you slide Fehoko in there as the 6 because you definitely weren't going to cut him because somebody would have poached him before
Hey,
he would even.
here's what I think, James. How about this
What's
one?
up?
Just go ahead and put him on IR.
All right, short term IR.
Oh, I mean, bump. I don't care. Short term. Shit, put him on our period.
No,
We're just
I
going
don't
to
want
keep
him.
him.
No, I don't want to no full time IR because I want him to
Okay.
come back. Because if he can come back and contribute,
Well,
he
you
can
know what?
play
Here's the
special.
thing. Well, here's my thing,
Dog,
James.
he nice in the slot though.
No, I agree. No, I don't disagree with that. But if I could stash Malik for a year, I want to do that. I think Malik next year helps me more than this year.
But I still want that special teams because Fayehoka
Okay.
don't play
All right.
special teams.
All
He
right. Fair
hasn't been
enough.
playing special teams. You feel me? And the only reason why you're going to keep Fayehoka on the roster is because he is the sixth round or he's that fourth round draft pick. Somebody's going to take him, and you can't risk that.
Okay. All right. Fair. So we already know the top three. Do you think there's any shape or form that the Noah Brown makes this team or not?
Yeah, Noah Brown makes this
Okay.
team, dog.
Right.
They love Noah Brown.
Cedric Wilson. Any
Yep,
chance?
Nope. Them two is guaranteed.
Guaranteed. So
Guaranteed.
only open for 6.
Only open because you know what? The reason why I say that because I think they're gonna feel good. Amari Cooper just came back full padded. You feel good
Right.
about that.
Yes.
You got your Gallup, you got your Coop, you got your CD, you got Cedric, you got Noah. You don't feel bad about that at all. So you're not gonna feel like, well, why are we gonna go long? Only time you go on long receiver is if you don't feel good about receiver. We got dogs. So you feel good because if one dog goes down, you still got 2 dogs. You feel me? You got a whole daggone nest of dogs.
You got all them dogs.
You got a whole bunch of dogs, a whole nest of dogs. So you ain't got to worry about the receiver. So if you're gonna go long in a position, receiver ain't one of them.
I'm gonna pivot. We're gonna go really quick as we get out of here.
Okay.
Tight end. Are we worried about Dalton yet? Are we worried about Dalton yet?
Dalton, I mean, honestly, if
a little injury, whatever, are we worried? Is it good? We're fine.
From everything I've heard, that Dalton's cool. Everything's okay. What I'm worried about was frustrated me was that McKinnon kid.
Man, you know what? It's brother. Let's be clear.
Him, bro.
Year 2 from Michigan. Year 2 from Michigan. Walking through that damn door that. Man, I tell you what, the worst injury that you can hear, right? The worst injury.
Them was the worst. Them was like a month, 2 months. That hurts.
It's almost like you rather break it than get a high ankle sprain. That gum, man.
That one hurts.
That gum. Yes, it does hurt, James. I'm there with you. Now, here's what I think, though. So, Sprinkle, right?
He wasn't bad.
He's
a big dude. He's huge.
He is huge. But we do have this particular guy, this undrafted guy, this guy who's been out here pulling semis on his back, right? And I'm America's fullback. I've kind of pivoted his name to America's H-back. Because, fullback doesn't really matter no more. Like fullback, tight end, H-back. Are we buying the chance? Are we buying the chance that he has an opportunity to make it?
Not me. I'm not buying it.
All right.
But who am I? I'm just saying I'm not buying it because I just feel like that's a roster spot that they need for something else. They're going to need the roster spot for them offensive linemen. They're going to need the roster spot for that D line. You just seen Gallimore go down. They ain't signed nobody yet. Tristan Hill still ain't came back from his
stuff. You jumped up. Don't jump the horse yet.
Well,
we're getting there.
You said. So I had to bring it. You said.
Fair enough.
We need roster spots.
Yeah. You only got so many.
A roster spot. You feel me?
Are we going to carry 2 tight ends?
I was thinking they would do 3 with McKinnon, but now I feel like they're just going to do the 2 for now.
Okay.
But it depends. I think they'll monitor Dalton Schultz's injury. They're looking at Sprinkle because he's so daggone big and he probably offers that blocking ability. But just get better, Schultz. It's crazy that last year we wasn't even talking about him. Now we're like, get better, Schultz.
Please.
get better, Schultz.
If y'all listen to me, my guy Tuck, and others, that Pitts train, dadgummit, but neither here nor there. Obviously, we were talking about it.
I was killing Dalton Schultz. So I tell him every day, every time I see Dalton Schultz, I say, I'm sorry.
Well, I mean, look. Here's the thing that Dalton Schultz did. He finally
that,
showed up It was better than we thought because Jason Witten showed up with his bald headed ass. Sorry to Jason Witten, I love you, first ballot Hall of Famer. You're my guy.
Should have
But
never
that
came
gummit,
back though.
yeah, you just showed him. You just showed these guys back. It is what it
Mm-hmm,
is.
mm-hmm,
Neither here nor there.
mm-hmm,
Offensive line we talked about enough. Let's go to DN, right?
mm-hmm,
Let's go to DN real quick. Um,
mm-hmm.
Obviously, Dorrance Armstrong this last game. My God, shout out to the Rock Chalk Jayhawk, if you will. We've been waiting to see this, and now he's walking through the door. James, hey, Dorrance, what do you? Well, I mean, how are you feeling about Dorrance right now?
Shoot, I feel great. You know why I feel great? Because I was trumpeting him when they got drafted, and then 2019, I was all in camp,
Hey,
screaming Dorrance Armstrong Jr., Dorrance Armstrong. I was screaming his name. If you all you heard was me saying
yeah,
Dorrance Armstrong Jr., then he came out later straight egg. And I'm like, come on, dog. And then 2020 wasn't no better. And I'm like, bro, I ain't even thinking about Dorrance Armstrong. No. I
yeah,
done hyped him up for the first 2 years. I'm not saying nothing about him no more. Then he comes in. Maybe sometimes it clicks for other people. Maybe some, but guess what? It's contract year too, though.
There you go. Oh, James, say that again. It's a
Contract year, people
let's
always play
go.
better in contract year. People always play. People go, we like, where was that at? Oh, contract year. There you go. People always do that. So I'm gonna say that's a little bit more motivation that he's been doing to get another
Right.
contract as well. But
Yeah,
hey, whatever it's got to be, homie. Right, BJ. Whatever it's got to do to motivate you to be great on the Cowboys, then go do it.
right.
But I'm excited about it because that helps us, BJ. That helps the team because Dallas has
Yeah,
been looking for somebody else. They've been saying it.
man.
Everybody's been talking about DeMarcus Lawrence being the
Yeah,
guy, and he's needed somebody on the opposite. Now
right.
we got Randy Gregory. If you can get Dorrance Armstrong Jr., if Basham, if he can get healthy, because boy, these other guys are chomping at the bit.
Yeah, I agree with that there for sure.
Rondell Carter, hey, I told you, he's leading the team in pressures right now.
Yeah. But for me, I just kind of sit back. I'm like, I mean, as you said, when it comes to DA, I mean, okay. I mean, we're here, contract here. I get it. I understand it. I do. I really do. Um, I'm just like, Rondo Carter, y'all just talked about. Yeah, coming through. I mean, hey, Bradley and I. Oh my goodness. Hey, I mean,
Mm-hmm,
don't play two-hand tag with the guy's face at
mm-hmm,
quarterback, but we're seeing some things. As we're kind of going through, we got the defensive tackle yet. We're going to get there.
mm-hmm.
I go back to Dan Quinn, and I go back to me saying that Dan Quinn was the biggest free agent signing that we got, and people kind of mocked me or laughed a little bit, but I'm like, he's a defensive line guy, and we're seeing that whether it's Osa, whether it's look, I'm with you, and I'm kind of like this. Was it Dorrance Armstrong being this guy before Dan Quinn got here, or has Dan Quinn turned the key and unlocked him?
Coaching
Contract year, I
matters.
don't know. Right,
Coaching does matter though, BJ. We
right.
should know it. Like,
Teaching and coaching matters. So to me, I'm like, could Dorrance Armstrong could have been this guy the whole entire time, but Dan Quinn just turned the right damn key and see. Tyler Basham. I just want to see some Basham. I
mm-hmm.
absolutely hate that Golston is hurt right now, brother. I'm
Yeah,
telling you what, I hate that Ghost is not showing up at this particular moment. But injuries happen; it's a part of the process.
I hate it
Um,
because I've been on Ghost. I've been
yeah,
saying,
oh yeah,
I've been on him. So I mean, and I just been saying, just my opinion. I talked to Jeff, and he was saying that he reminds him of a young DeMarcus Lawrence about the way and I could see the comparison because he's not a super athletic guy. He's not going to wow you with his
yeah,
athleticism, but if he learns the finer parts of the
right,
game like DeMarcus Lawrence did, and he's going to be stout in the run because if you slid him inside, he was undersized, but you can slide him inside, he can play a beastly in the middle. So I think that's where the comparison of a DeMarcus Lawrence, where Jeff came to me at, was because you can see he'll be great on the run game. He'll be able to set that edge. He'll be able to hold his end, and he'll be a left end, so definitely be able to hold that left side. And then you'll be able to be versatile. So that's what I want to see from him. I still think he's better inside than outside right now. But I definitely want to see what he has to offer. And I feel like if he was active like Osa and the other guys, I think he would have fed off them young boys and would have probably showed some stuff too.
man, completely agree. And when you look at, and for me personally, I've watched Iowa for a long time, and that head coach has been there a long time. And what I've watched, like everyone wants to talk about Wisconsin offensive lineman. You draft them, you walk away, right? You look at Notre Dame and Brian Kelly, what he's done there over the years, and his offensive linemen have transcended into the league and what they've done. Like he had a guard drafted in the top of 10. That's unheard of. But he's been as built as advertised, right? Man, when you look at Iowa, defensively, that coach,
defensive
Iowa.
lineman.
Oh, hey, Mr. Hitchens. Hold on. I'm gonna go front seven. I ain't gonna go backside. Although I can grab some guys on the back end as well if you want to. But Mr. Hitchens that was here, same coach, whatever. We saw him. He did what he did. Went to Kansas City as a starting middle linebacker. Won a Super Bowl. And you're right, front seven, defensive line. He's a guy that puts guys in the league that are good defensively. And that's, for us, because look, how about this one? All these different picks or whatever. Izzy in the 7th round from South Carolina, big game, who's been, available. They've played him in a bunch of positions, especially last game, whatever. Then Osa, right? Same round that your guy, that our guy, I should say.
I like Osa.
Chauncey. Oh, yeah. Osa's showing. Osa's showing.
That's where, just to jump in and interject, I mean,
no, go right ahead, sir.
That's where a guy makes a Tristan Hill expendable. That's where, and you don't want to lose a Tristan Hill. You feel me? You don't want to lose that because that's another body who's young, who can add in. But this dude is just so good, bro. Like, he is like, when the draft happened, Nashawn Wright and him, I was like, I don't know about that. But, I seen Osa in the Senior Bowl, and he was turning up in the Senior Bowl. So it's not like I didn't know about him. I didn't really know about Nashawn Wright all like that. I'm going to keep it real. Right. So he definitely changed my thoughts. But once I watched the tape, I'm like, okay, you could see it, but is he really going to play? But he's shown. But Osa different, dog.
Yeah.
He different, and that wrestling pedigree that's really come in. You can see it. He's undersized in that middle for real, like a 280, but like he's not undersized. Understand how I'm saying it?
Right? No. I'm with you. I'm with you. Because I called him baby. I called him Baby Darnold. I called him Baby Darnold.
When you see him and they engage him, they do not move him. If you watched him in college, he never was going backwards. If you double teamed him, you still did not push him backwards. And dog, when he engages you, he throws you off of you like you're nothing, bro. Like, bro, I love watching him play, and I love Bohanna too. Like, I talked to him a few times. I did him a few times. Me and him talked right before the Cardinals game. Me and him had a good conversation. I was just,
I'm gonna cut you off real quick. More when he split the double team to the quarterback, and then damn it, he just didn't have enough to get his ass. He got around. I was like, damn it, Bohanna.
Him and Osa, like them is. Please stay healthy. Them is the two cornerstones right there in the middle, bro. Them is the two cornerstones right there. If you can't see them as the two cornerstones for the future, something wrong, dog. Them is your two dogs in the middle. That's your 1 and 3 right there. I know we got Gallimore, but let's keep it real. I like Gallimore.
Yeah.
But Osa, he different.
Yeah. Well, in the interior, you got the rotation anyways.
You gotta have a good rotation, but Osa different.
Right. Oh, look, we got to linebacker yet.
I'm just saying.
We're not going to spend no time. Look, we are not going to spend no time on this linebacker position.
Justin Hamilton. What? Hey, my minute.
No. Go ahead, Hamilton.
I want to answer a couple questions because I know Ryan was asking me about Matt. Is it fair not?
Fair enough. Yeah, the center guard, everything at Nebraska that we drafted in the 7th round.
Ryan asked me about that. I don't. He's a rookie, but he's definitely potential wise. He's good. He's better than a lot of the other ones we have.
Right, but he's a practice squad guy.
Yeah, he's super green.
Right.
But in the future, he's not going to be a bad player because he has a lot of size. And for the center position, yes, I don't feel bad about him. And Justin Hamilton has stepped up. He has been stout. And you know what? Them other guys, Carlos Watkins, I've been tearing him to pieces. But, he's made a few plays.
See, we're wrong there. See, we'll disagree there.
I was tearing. He made a few plays. I didn't say.
No. Here's my thing. No. The play-wise, I'm saying I believe that Dan Quinn has a position and an idea for Watkins because I know as we were going into camp, everyone's like, "Oh, well, Watkins is a camp, but he's going to get cut." I was like, "No, no, no, I don't believe that because especially after the draft, I'm like Dan Quinn has a full assessment in um well, power, if you will, over this defense. If he chose Watkins." I'm not
It
worried
was a
about what
reason.
anybody else says.
He probably
He
had a
has a
plan.
plan for him. And that's kind of what my thought process was moving forward when it came to Watkins. And we're kind of seeing that playing out. Now, I don't know what happens after this year, but for this season, for sure, he has a plan for Watkins, and we'll see what happens.
Yeah, I mean, you know what? I will feel you on that comment, kind of, bounce off of that. You when you listen to Dan Quinn in his interviews, he was saying with just what you said, BJ. He said, when I look at these players, I want to put them in different positions because I want to see what's going to be your best
Right.
position. Like, what are you going to do really good for us? And I want to find that one thing or multiple things that you do good, and then I want to put you in those positions to make you be great in this defense. I mean, I think that's why the Legion Boom was so good because he found those. They helped find those players. They
Right.
put them in the right positions. They found what was really their niche, and then they really let that grow. And I think that's what he's really trying to do with this Cowboys defense. And I think the good thing about it is Stephen Jones and them are backing off and just letting him do his thing. They ain't saying nothing to him. They letting Dan Quinn do Dan Quinn. And it
Yeah.
seems like the players are all just gravitating to it and saying, hey, we like this. We feel free. We're having fun. I think that those young boys definitely interject those older guys. When you get a bunch of young boys that are gunning for your spot, you may have been tired the last 2 years, but now you got a young corner who's really athletic that's on your heels. Guess
Yeah.
what? You start practicing a little bit harder because you know your spot may be took for these young boys. You may get past a veteran, but when these young boys come in and they got that ability, they'll take your spot.
Yeah. So let's stash that card. We're gonna stash that card real quick. You know what? I look. I know, ladies and gentlemen. I'm sorry. There's some other things I want to get through. We didn't get
Yeah,
through
come
the
on.
whole
Never,
team or
yeah,
whatever.
yeah. No,
But
we got like about 50. I got like 10 more minutes.
you got some. Oh,
10
okay,
more.
okay, okay.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
106. What if we don't get through? James is going to get. We'll figure it out. All right. So
Mm-hmm.
let's run through it.
All right.
I'm gonna throw. You see, you got 15 minutes. Oh God, let me pick. Look, Jalen's been in nonsense. I don't care. We're not going to talk about Jalen tonight. We're going to talk about how about Jabril Cox? Because the hold on,
You see my smile,
the
don't you?
hold on. The story I know. The story was he can't tackle.
No,
Right?
that was
That
my
was the
story.
story.
That was my
The
story.
story was he can cover, but damn it, he can't tackle. Boy, the Arizona game. Look, he wasn't the most ferocious tackler, if you will. However, guess what he did? Got him to the ground.
Mm-hmm.
That's all we care about, right?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Jabril Cox. For me personally, I'll put it out there before I let you go, and you can. And the window is always yours. For me, I said, man, Jabril Cox this year. Look, special teams, active roster. Uh, unless a big injury happens, he's gonna get playing time. I'm right here all of a sudden. James, after the Arizona game, talks to me about Mr. Jabril Cox.
I mean, I, I'm feeling you, bro. Like, I did tape on him. Like, I'm not saying I'm the expert, but the one of the things that was standing out to me with Bill Cox was the non-tackling. He would tackle you, but it was almost like he would always avoid the defender. I mean, the
Right,
offensive player. He was always trying to go around him. It was like he was never trying to take on the contact when he had to hit and shed. As a linebacker, you have to hit and shed, and you have to make tackles. And it'd be
right,
a lot of times that he would just be diving at the tackle, wouldn't get physical enough to me with all those physical attributes. I just saw somebody who was just really athletic, but just I wanted him to get more in that contact.
right.
And guess what? He's been sticking his nose in there. I mean, he's been putting his face all up in there, and
Yeah,
I love it because like you said, because he wasn't doing that tackling thing, and you had LVE and you had Jalen, you had Micah, you were thinking, he probably won't get no work this year. Like you said, sparingly, maybe learn some special teams. Maybe if they're blowing a team out, or maybe they're playing an opponent that they feel like he'll get in there. But dog, just like you said, if he keeps doing that, sticking his nose in there, showing that recognition in there, he
yeah.
leads the team in tackles with 10, had 6 last game. Um, um,
Yeah, sir. Hold on.
um,
Well,
um,
Well, there's still the draft. All the Suns got to play a little bit more.
Play that man. Play that man. Play that man. Find something for that man. Hey, listen. Hey, what do you, BJ?
Yeah.
When we saw them Cowboys teams of the 90s, right? Now
Yes, sir.
these
Let's talk about
Cowboys like that.
Yes, sir.
What was you know what excited me about them teams?
Talk to me.
They was young. They was
youth
flying
movement.
around
#youth
when they did that youth movement, and we got all them young players, and we was like, we don't care if we losing. We just flying around the ball. Everybody having fun. We didn't care if you made mistakes when you're young, because you just you just love that youthfulness. And now this is what This is what I want to see, and this is what I'm seeing. It seems like the youth movement is starting to take over in Dallas, and I want these young boys to be flying around, because when these young boys are making the plays, it makes the whole team, them veterans, play a lot better when them young boys is flying around. So I'm really, honestly, I am. I can't. I told
James.
you, I done got some Kool-Aid. I got some. I did.
James,
I didn't put a whole thing of sugar in there.
James, here's the thing. Dago, I just do a blank at the screen. Look, my wife is going to cuss me out. She's going to cuss me out. Love you, Terry. I love you so much. But boy, James, that press my button. And for everybody that's here, buckle up. Because here's my thing. This ain't about what we're going to be. Okay? All right? This is not what we're going to be. It's not about what this team's going to be. This isn't about the Super Bowl. This is about a record. This is anything about that shit. Nothing. Excuse my language. I'm sorry. I'm going to get a little off the rails here. Look, your guy Nick's a little off the rails here a little bit, because my guy James has got me hyped up a little bit. And I'm going to tell you why. Because I've been about the youth movement and stuff like that. And me and my guy Massey, shouts to the 4D podcast, talks about, I don't care about the hot boys. I don't care about the airplane mode. I don't hear this same type of energy, right, from Pittsburgh. It's still curtain to this day. It's still curtain. And James, you know this. The voices matter here, right? And we move shit. We are a doomsday defense. Let's get right. Say it again.
Always going to be a doomsday defense.
Right.
And what? Before you finish that, BJ,
no, go for it.
The fans give you that name. You don't create that name yourself. You let the fans name you that, because when the fans name you it stays with you every year. The fans, they'll chant your name. It's all good, you created it, but then now it's got to be held to a higher standard like no other. And if you don't make that happen, people are going to come back and point the finger at that. So you really putting a bullseye on you when you do that. So just leave it alone and let the fans make your name, because when the fans make your name, you never have to worry about that name, because they created it, and you just all have to play hard because they'll start chanting.
Bro, and let's go. And the thing about it is, look, we can talk about whatever, James. Brother, we've done it behind the scenes, inboxes, your channel, my channel, other channels, the whole nine, what this team needs to be, not do this and the third day, blah, 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 blah. And this is what I love about Dak. Let me be clear here real quick. This is way off the rails all of a sudden, and I'm sorry. And James, if you don't agree, stop me at any point. The thing that I love about Dak the most is he's not the nachos and beer guy. I'm sorry. Look. And this isn't I don't want to turn this into a Romo versus Dak thing, because I love Romo. I love Romo and what he did. Romo was the beers and nachos guy. He just was, right? You would see Jason Romo winning Duke games, Maverick games. I don't care about that. I really don't. I really don't. I really, really don't. What I do care about is wins on the field and stuff like that. I did see Romo build a field on his house and have people come over and practice. What I heard was we paid Romo, and then Jerry said, well, he's going to be Peyton Manning-esque now. I'm just being honest. It's not a bad or a thing. I'm just being honest about it. Okay? That's all I'm doing. I had this conversation, and this is what I'm talking about. I had a conversation today, and they're like, McCarthy and Dak, their relationship. I'm like, I don't care. They're cool. McCarthy's coaching, Dak's doing his thing. They're cool. Dak's pissed off that he's not getting reps. He should be. McCarthy is reeling him in. He should be. It's a working relationship the right way. They don't need to hug, kiss,
They don't have
and
to
do
be best
whatever.
friends, boys. Do you know who needs to be the closest? Him
Man,
and that
talk to them.
offensive coordinator.
Let's go.
And them is two are the closest. Them is
Let's
two that need to be close. And them two is like boys. So I ain't worried about what the coach is worried about because that offensive coordinator and Dak is cool. And that's all I worry about. Because, man, I don't got to be best boys with my coach. We trying to win games.
let's go, James. Let's go.
We
That's why
trying
I'm
to win
so excited
games.
about this team because I think for me personally,
It's more business like.
it's lined up. It's lined up the right way business wise.
More business like.
And this is why Dak is a better leader than that particular quarterback because he doesn't, I don't want to say suck off the tea, but he does eat the nachos and drink beers. Hey, come here. I don't care what they're talking about. They're marketing. They're good. Come to my house. Let's go to work. And
I
I
mean, that
think
makes a
that
difference, and you know what?
go ahead, Jay.
So, I mean, I didn't mean to cut you off. I'm just saying that matters, bro. Like I played the game. You play. We play sports. That stuff matters, dog. Like when you're an athlete and your quarterback is doing those type of things, it means something. When he was working out, when he was going hard with that ankle, everybody was in that building was saying
Leo Collins with the six pack, right?
we couldn't come in there half-ass workouts. We couldn't play around because this dude looked like his whole foot was turned the other side and he was in there working. He was out that boot quickly. You had to stop him from himself. That when you look at your quarterback and your leader doing that, and not just that he's
Right.
doing that, and he's down to earth and teaches his best friend like the person though who might be the 51st person on the team. He don't change, and that's what they say. He treats everybody. He don't change around you. He not a Hollywood dude.
Right.
He stay the same all the time. That's what McCarthy said about him. That's what everybody say. Dak is the same all the time. And
Yeah.
when you get somebody like that, you respect that man. You want to play for that man. You want to ride and die for that man because that man is, that man actually loves and cares for your best interest. And that means something to players nowadays.
That a James, I've done shows with you on and off, and I've watched a lot of your content for years. I felt that from you, bro. I'm gonna be honest with you. Like that little stretch right there, I'm telling you, I felt that personally.
Hmm.
And for those in the comment that don't feel that, man, you are missing out. Like that's real. That is the most realist talk ever from a content creator that you're going to get. That matters. And you know,
It would matter to me, BJ. Like if I was playing with him, it would matter to
it
me.
would.
I'm
You're
talking
right.
about myself. If I
Yes.
was playing on it, that would matter to me. It would mean
Yes.
everything to me. I wouldn't have to say it, but if somebody would put a microphone on my face, I'd be like, yeah, man, that dude motivates me. Every time I see him, I'm gonna make sure I always work hard. I'm always sure I never slip. I never take a play off. I never do anything. And
Right.
and when you get everybody in the building like that, when you get all your players on one mind, one accord, that same page, and you know what? I hear fans and I still say, we'll see. But at the end of the day, when you see that, and honestly, I can't sit there and say Dallas is going to win a Super Bowl. But when I see how Dak is leading this team, you
Yeah.
got new direction of Mike McCarthy.
Yeah.
He ain't trying to baby Dak or anything like that. He's being like a coach what is with a player. You feel me? And
Right.
like you said, the offensive coordinator needs to be tight with Dak, and that's the way it is. Like
Yeah.
everything is supposed to fall in place the way it is showing right now. So now, BJ, they just have
Let's
to
go.
get on the field and do it
Do it.
because we see the preparation. Here's the thing, BJ, when you prepare like this, natural good results come. When you prepare like this, disasters don't happen. So
Right.
that's why I get a little more excited because you just don't fall off when you prepare this hard. Good things happen when you
Yeah.
prepare this hard. And I feel like the Cowboys are preparing, and I'm just ready to see it on the field, dog. I'm ready to see it
I'm
on the
with
field.
you. Yeah, no, I'm with you, bro. I am with you 10 toes down, if you will.
Yes, sir.
And that's just what it is. And whenever you see, content creators and different guys that are speaking on this and we're excited and whatnot, this is the reason why. Look, the defense is going to take care of itself. And I've said this a ton: turnover margin and points per game. That's what matters. You know, if we are anywhere around a +10 turnover margin, this seems a mother effing problem, if you will. Okay, I'm being honest with you. But the driving force, as my guy James just said, brother, there's just a different level of what Dak is as a leader, and you have to fall in line and understand that. Real quick, let me get a couple questions here. Boom. My guy Keith said there are 31 teams that wish they had a quarterback like Dak. I'll go 28. I'll go 28 for sure.
Yeah.
I mean,
there's a
the
lot of
Mahomes,
good
the Brady's.
Yeah. I mean, there's a lot of good young quarterbacks in the league
Yeah.
too. That's really
I'm gonna tell you
exciting.
what.
So,
How about this one? I'm gonna give you a hot take. Everyone's talking about the AFC, right? And well, can the Bills challenge the Chiefs? Remember this. Clip this. Come back and holler at your boy. Y'all better watch some Chargers. I'll leave it at that. Y'all better watch some Chargers.
Chargers gonna be good, dog.
Bro, I had that versus not Jay not boss, but dadgummit. Your boy. Oh shit.
Who?
Boss's boy.
OC.
OC. We had the Slater, the Slater versus Sewell. I look pretty good right now. Money looks good right now. We'll see what happens. It's preseason. We gotta wait and see. My guy Ron says, "Are we asking too much of Quinn year one?" No,
not at all. They brought him in here to do one thing: turn his defense around instantly. So why would you? You give him the keys and let him do his thing.
Bada bing, bada boom. And said Dak's just built different for sure. Anyways, we didn't cover the rest. Get your internet right. I got some issues.
Oh, it's already good.
Did you get it back? Yes.
So we're gonna be on it popping.
Brother, I can't wait for my fiber to come through.
Oh, it's going down. Like I said, I had just got it back on when we were talking about. I was like, well, let's just do it this way. You feel me?
That's fine.
Because I need to get it on because we got this week, bro. We just
just hit me. I'm back on your channel.
But see, when we do it on mine, we'll just do the dual thing for real and just go a long time because. You know what I'm saying? So we can really talk because, you got the game coming up, or we can do it, like after the game because that's the third preseason game.
Let's do it.
We'll have a lot to talk about.
Hit me. Yeah, bro, you already know. Hey, brother, whenever you want to do it, hit me.
Let me give a selfish plug right quick.
Yeah, no. Wait. Let me roll the red carpet out.
Okay,
let me roll the red carpet out. I was about to do that. You cut me off. Hold on now.
Okay, I didn't mean you. Okay.
Ladies and gentlemen, Big Engines is in the building. By all means. It's no longer Silver Blue Nation. It's only the one and only Big Game James. By all means, sir, tell the people where to find you.
Well, you can find me on Big Game James, man. Just type that in and it'll come right up. We moved away from Silver and Blue Nation. Shout out to how we did it over there. We created a lot of things and it was a great thing. But now just going to brand it this way. So you can all you got to do is type in Big Game James, Twitter, my Facebook. I got my Facebook sports page. We're almost about 20,000 strong as far as followers on there. And had about a couple years. Let's go over there and continue to support that because we got some big things we're about to open up over there. Of course, the YouTube is popping. Make sure if you're not doing anything tomorrow, we're gonna have my guy Barry Church back on.
Oh, let's go.
And that's going to be really good because he had some good tidbits talking about KZ and Hooker. He had some good thoughts about that. So we'll get his thoughts, especially with that back end on the secondary and, just chop it up. Also, I talked to my guy, Solomon Page. Wednesday, we're supposed to do it, but I think he's got some classes. But Solomon Page, former offensive lineman for the Dallas Cowboys in the early 2000s, we've been talking back and forth forever. He just came back from Peru. He had a great trip over in Peru. I really want to talk to him about that. So, and Buzz, I want to talk to him about offensive linemen, bro. You feel me? I want to talk about that line, what it really takes for offensive linemen. So we're going to get him in this week. Also, Jessica Nevarez. She's going to be coming on. We're supposed to have her on Saturday, but the internet thing, that's going to be a thing. So just make sure you check out the page this week. Going to be a lot of good stuff going down, a lot of stuff going on, and just make sure you check it out. We do Cowboys. Me and BJ going to get it in. after the Cowboys game, that's going to be off the hook. So,
Yes, sir.
man, it's going to be a great week on the page this week. We're almost at 9K subscribers. We're like only like 50 away. It's been
Let's
crazy. So
go.
let's get them subs up. I said 10K before the season's over. We're definitely going to beat that. So, hey, just keep on supporting all our content creators. You see the grind we do. My guys, Star Gang podcast, BJ be doing it. Y'all, they be going hard. So please just support that. Just support us, man. We go out there. We put all our energy into this to make some good content for y'all. So just continue to support us in every kind of way.
Yeah, man. I was trying to follow up all of that greatness that you just said for sure. Look, without y'all, there's no us. Let's be clear. We appreciate y'all working with us unequivocally. Yeah, man, we thank y'all so much. Man, there's a lot of guests over there. I want to. I'm gonna shameless plug here. Hey, just let me know if I can slide in with church or just I mean, just if you need somebody on the sideline, I'll be quiet. I just let me know. I'll just kind of slide. You
Hey,
feel
you
me?
can jump on in. She's super cool, man.
Yeah,
Like
yeah.
I
Neither
really,
here nor there. I mean, just let me know. I'm
hey,
free. Just let me know
that's
I'm free.
I'm.
Uh,
We've been talking back and forth, so that's going to be a really good show.
yeah, no doubt, no, definitely. And of course, like I said, after the play, after the game, maybe we'll come back and run it
Oh
back
yeah,
in.
we gonna go
Uh,
hard in the paint after that one because that's
yeah,
gonna be
yeah,
a big one
no.
because that's gonna
Dress
show
rehearsal, we
everything.
got to. Hey, rehearsal, dress rehearsal, cuts, the whole nine. It's gonna be lit for sure, man. We appreciate y'all working with us for sure. We did this, man. Look, I always say this: y'all never really understand what happens for us to do these shows. If y'all understood what me and James did tonight, back and forth and whatever, to get here, y'all be like, y'all should have just shut the fuck up and went to bed.
Hey man, like I said, that's how much we love y'all, man. We was BJ hit me up and we was figuring this out. I was like, man, it's not gonna work. This
I was
again.
like, no, fuck it, we'll
But
do it this way.
but that's why I love BJ because I was like I was depressed about it because I wanted to do it, and as soon as he hit me up, I was instantly got mad because I already knew. But I would see that's what you can even talk about with these Cowboys with teamwork, the teamwork that we did right here. Because see, I was
Yeah,
ready to mail it in when we first talked about it and it didn't happen. I was ready to be like, man, I'm good, but BJ was like, no, dog, we got this. Let's do it this
no,
way.
that
Instantly,
part.
he picked my spirits up and was like, yeah, all right, let's do it this way. I can make it happen this way. And guess what? I thought we had a fire show
Yeah.
because of the teamwork and not giving up. So hopefully that'll transition to our Cowboys and go on to this season, man.
Let's go. Let's get six. Let's get six. And look, brother, and I owed you. I got sick. I had the upper respiratory shit. You was like, man, come on. Like, I hit you with the voice. I hit you with the voice like, brother, I sound bad. I can't do it. I was so sick. But hey, man, I'm super glad to pick you up and get you back on this side right here. Man, we appreciate y'all as always. Me and Big Game, you already know, man. Twitter. Look, plug our Twitter. James on Twitter. Look, it's right there on the bottom. Y'all know where to go follow us. Man, come through. Y'all know where the business is. Man, we'll
Mm-hmm.
see y'all. Y'all have a great night, Cowboys Nation.
Peace.
Well, maybe.